What if you could leverage and profit from the top business trends? Wes Moss, Chief Investment Strategist at Capital Investment Advisors, a company with more than $2 billion in client assets under management, joins us today. Dan Lok interviews Wes Moss on how to succeed in the digital age by leveraging the top business trends that will shape the world in the future.
Okay, now that you 5 years ago, when did you start YouTube? How many years ago? How early of an adopter?
2014.
Okay, 14. It's only been 5 years.
Yeah.
So where are we in another 5? Are all the mediums that you're on today? Do they have a oligopoly on the digital economy? Is it Facebook and Google basically? Facebook and Google obviously owns YouTube. Facebook owns Instagram. Is it those 4? Throw Twitter aside, if you will.
I think Twitter, of course, right? But with Instagram owned by Facebook, obviously, Google owns YouTube. It's very simple. If you think about kids, teenagers, the YouTube becomes a babysitter.
It does. You're so right, because I have 4 kids.
Yeah, the kids grew up
YouTube's my best
watching
babysitter.
YouTube.
Yeah,
you ask them, hey, how do you do something? They're not gonna say YouTube. Like how do you make this thing? I
learned on YouTube.
Yeah.
My son learned to play the guitar on YouTube.
So they grew up on YouTube. YouTube is the only thing they know.
Yeah.
So
where'd you learn to play guitar? Marty Schwartz on YouTube.
There you go.
It's my favorite channel.
Right. And how do you connect with fans with your friends, texting or Facebook or different things? I'm sure there might be another platform, but currently, right now, LinkedIn is also becoming huge. They're going through some big transformation.
Sure.
So you kind of want to have that first mover advantage if you're selling B2B, right?
Yeah. Business to business, you want to be on LinkedIn. And that's Microsoft. So the three biggest technology companies.
The big 3. Right? At this point, it's they dominate everything.
They really do.
So the way that we shop, think about Amazon. It changes completely the way that we shop. It sets a different expectation. And you look at Amazon's business model. Well, they're not just e-commerce. They're now, it's like a global domination.
It is.
It
is
right?
global domination.
It's like people talk about Amazon is not trying to just be everywhere. They're not trying to just be an e-commerce company. They're trying to be a company that you cannot live without.
Well,
that doesn't matter whatever you do, you're gonna touch their business in some way, shape, or form, right?
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yeah, even my grocery store now. So where it's they just built a Whole Foods Amazon right next to my house.
Imagine if they have the drone, they can deliver groceries to your door. You get used to that. Or even how they have walk into the store and you don't have to check out and just your phone.
The Prime Shop.
The Prime Shop.
Yeah.
Once you get used to that, guess what?
You're never going back.
Why
would I go back to a cashier?
And it forces everyone else to adapt. Now, Prime Shop, that's how I shop. When I walk into Walmart, what do you mean I still got to line up and do it? That doesn't. So Walmart now has to adapt to what Amazon. So Amazon sets a new standard for the entire industry. So Amazon's going to dominate for 100% for sure.
Yeah.
But social is so critical, and I believe so many companies are being left behind because they think that, I don't need to do this, or I don't have time for do this. I'm like, you look at my company, really, you have education and different things, but I run my company very much like a media company.
It really is.
It really is. Although I'm
not as much as an education company, more as a media company that does education.
It does 100%.
Yes.
So I have my whole media division, and that's how we could produce so much content, right? So every company, I believe, need to run it that way nowadays.
What are the millions of businesses that are so far behind today do to try to even remotely catch up in the digital world that we are living in today?
I think.
Or are you doing that at a couple thousand businesses at a time?
Yes, with what we do, and good question. You know how we have the closers? Right?
Yeah.
The next phase of company, yes, we're gonna also help a lot of people with the digital marketing side, because I have so many people come to me, right?
Like, how do we do this?
I have CEOs of big companies, huge companies, right? Asking, Dan, how do you do your social? Right? Can you train my team?
Yeah.
Right? Can I hire your team?
Yes.
I've been getting all they could see is our results, but they wonder what's the magic? Or is it a fluke? And then when I break down everything I do, they're like, oh my goodness.
Yes.
Right. And then the next conclusion is I can't do this.
Right.
I need some help, right?
But it's hard for you. You can't just bring in a team of people. Mm-hmm. Well, it would just be a whole nother business model.
Yeah, it would be. Like, you look at what we do, it's like there are many different components of what we do.
Are you thinking about, is that an interesting business for you in the future, is to train and scale a 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 businesses to do social better?
Yeah.
Is that a business you're going to be in?
Because with me, the teaching part, I have training the closer side, which really, let's talk about money matters, is helping individuals generate more income. That's what my whole book is about.
Yes.
On the other side, with myself, not only I have appeal to the mass market, but I'm also a member of YPO, right? So I appeal to the CEO market, which they come to me for social because I'm so successful in the mass market. So you see as we grow, it's two different categories, industries that we're in. But it goes back to your question, how do we help small businesses to grow, right? Very, very bare minimum, they need to do what I call education marketing. Instead of just, hey, here's what we sell, here's what we do. That doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
You need to educate people on, think about what you do, Wes, right? Your company, financial planning.
Yeah, we're an investment company.
Investment company. How many financial planners, advisors out there in America?
Let's call it 1 million.
Right, that's a lot of people, right?
It's a lot of people.
What makes you stand out? You are a media personality. You've got multiple books. You are creating content ongoing.
Yes.
Right?
All
You're
the
putting
time.
so much out there, right? That's what differentiates you from everybody else. Everybody else is trying to, hey, hire me to do your financial planning. Hire us, invest with us.
Right.
You're like, here's my business card. And they go to networking thing, right? You're like, no, I'm going to create so much value. I'm going to build my audience first. And when my audience needs my help, I've been there for so long, for so many years.
See, I think that's the other game where a CEO comes to you and says, "Hey, I see that you've done this.
Yes.
How do we do this?" But it really is it is time. It is a lot of time.
And the problem is they think, oh, I don't have time for that. I'm running my company. And I'm saying, if you don't have time for this, you're not gonna be running a company very soon because you won't have a company. When the consumers...
It's like saying, it's like 1980s, I'm not going to do the yellow pages.
I'm not going to do yellow pages,
Don't believe in it.
And consumers are very unforgiving. It is not, I see companies, it's not like, okay, yeah, our sales is like this, it's going, and then it's kind of plateau. No, it's not plateau. It's like this. Within you've seen it before.
Yeah.
Within big company, huge company, billion-dollar company, could go out of business in
a year.
Like that.
Yeah. Couple years, yeah.
Target in Canada, gone.
Target in Canada,
gone.
What happened to the store? It seems so similar. Vancouver seems like I could be. I mean, it's a beautiful city, but it could be a lot of other cities in America, and the consumers seem similar. What the heck did Target do that messed up here?
My perspective is very simple. They did a bunch of acquisitions, opened up a lot of locations. They spent so much time renovating. By the time they spent months thinking of big launch, the few months they were the months or years, different locations, spent a lot of money renovating. Consumers can't shop there. They're already changing their behavior. By the time you open, people are creatures of habits. Now you want to change. I've already shopped at all these other places.
They took a year to renovate
now I'm
the
shopping
store.
at Walmart. I'm shopping at TNT. I'm shopping at all these other places. Now your price point, with Target, not too high, not too low, kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
You're not the cheapest. You're not the most expensive. So you're kind of stuck in the middle.
I've already picked my new retailer.
And then you're done.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? A few months, you're done.
Yeah.
The risk is always being people knock us off. I have people almost every damn day setting up fake social media profile, pretending to be me.
To be you.
I have a perfect example. I have someone who set up a profile on a website, giving people stock tips.
Yeah.
Right? Using under my profile, telling people to invest in this, don't invest in that, and all that. So I've got a full legal team every day just shutting this down.
Imposters.
Yeah.
Fake
Instagram,
it's identity theft.
It's identity theft, right? On Facebook and teaching people to do this, and I'm like, it's just not me at all, right?
Well, that's also the
that's
price.
a problem.
That's the price of you being at the very, very top, though, too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not that many folks that are as big as you
Goes back
guys.
to the risk for us, from what I see, not just for risk for me, for anybody.
Yeah.
AI, of course, right? A lot of jobs will be replaced by AI.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
You already see fast food, Uber drivers. like delivery services, construction workers. A lot of those people.
It's been a while since I traveled, even the kiosk to get into the country in Canada.
There you
That
go.
was it was
There
a
you go.
field of kiosk robots to scan my passport and make
And
sure that
if just for fun, if you actually go to China, you will be blown away by how automated things are.
much more so than the United States.
Much more so. Like here, a lot of it's everything is WeChat. We pay through just the phone with almost everything
in
China.
In China, whereas
So-
here it's like, do you take Amazon Pay or do you? Or I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
no,
do you take
just one
Apple
thing,
Pay or
just
not? Yeah.
One thing. So in restaurants,
yeah.
face recognition. You take the stuff, face recognition, you go.